The wireless earbuds market in 2025 looks nothing like it did 5 years ago. Back in 2016, Apple introduced the original AirPods, and they quickly became a cultural phenomenon. Suddenly, white stems hanging out of ears weren't just a tech accessory. They were a fashion statement, a sign of being part of the Apple ecosystem, and for many, a new way of living hands-free. Fast forward to today, and Apple's AirPods lineup is still leading the market, but competition has never been fiercer. Samsung, Sony, Bose, and even budget brands like Anker and JBL are constantly pushing out strong alternatives. Consumers have more choice than ever, and the days of Apple coasting by without innovating are gone. That's why the AirPods Pro 3 are so important. This isn't just another refresh. This is the product that could determine whether Apple continues to dominate the premium wireless audio space or risks falling behind in an increasingly crowded market. With leaks piling up, code references emerging in iOS 26 betas, and new identifiers spotted in Apple's internal Bluetooth frameworks, the hype surrounding the AirPods Pro 3 is reaching a boiling point. So, what exactly can we expect? In this deep dive, we'll cover live translation and AI-powered features, the new H3 chip and performance upgrades, potential health tracking sensors like heart rate and temperature design changes, and whether Apple will stick with the iconic stem pricing, expectations and Apple's strategy for the premium market, how the Pro 3 stack up against competition like Samsung Galaxy Buds 3 Pro, Sony WF-1000X M5, and Bose Quiet Comfort Ultra earbuds. Why 2025 might be the perfect timing for this release. By the end, you'll know exactly what's at stake, what's real, and what's speculation when it comes to the AirPods Pro 3.1, translation at the tip of your fingers, Apple's most groundbreaking feature yet. Let's start with what might be the headline feature: real-time, in-person translation. Rumors of AirPods acting as a live translator have been floating around for years, but now we finally have concrete evidence buried in the latest iOS 26 beta. Developers digging into Apple's code discovered a new file inside the Translate app resources, and it's literally named Translate. Even more revealing, it shows an image of AirPods surrounded by the word hello in multiple languages, suggesting that live translation will be triggered through the AirPods themselves, possibly with a double press on the stem. Imagine you're traveling in Paris, Tokyo, or Berlin. You walk into a cafe, order a coffee, and your AirPods instantly interpret what the other person says and relay it in your native language, while simultaneously translating your response back. No pulling out your iPhone, no awkward Google Translate, pauses, just seamless conversation. That's the vision Apple seems to be building. Bloomberg's Mark Gurman has already suggested that Apple was working on in-person conversation translation tied to Apple Intelligence. And now it looks like we're closer than ever. While it may not be exclusive to the AirPods Pro 3, early code hints suggest compatibility with AirPods Pro 2 and even the upcoming AirPods 4. Apple is clearly positioning the Pro 3 as the flagship model to showcase this breakthrough. This could be more than just a convenience feature. It has the potential to redefine AirPods as not just earbuds, but wearable communication devices powered by AI. And that might be exactly what Apple needs to keep its ecosystem stickier than ever. The Bluetooth leak that confirms everything. Of course, the clearest sign that AirPods Pro 3 are real comes from Apple itself. A few weeks ago, sharp-eyed developers spotted a new identifier, 8239, in Apple's internal Bluetooth synchronization codebase. For context, every Apple product has an internal ID before release. The AirPods Pro 2, for example, carried the tag CR8228. This new 8239 identifier doesn't match any existing model. Analysts who track Apple hardware naming conventions believe it almost certainly refers to the next-gen AirPods Pro. The timing also makes sense. Apple tends to update its Bluetooth framework shortly before launching new audio hardware, and this fits perfectly into a September unveiling alongside the iPhone 17 and Apple Watch Series 11. Skeptics will point out that not every internal identifier leads directly to a launch. Sometimes Apple tests prototypes years in advance. But when you combine this with the iOS 26 translation leak, the heavy discounting of AirPods Pro 2, and Apple's need to refresh its lineup, the evidence points strongly to a 2025 release. The debate, 2025 or 2026? Not everyone is convinced AirPods Pro 3 will arrive this year. Analyst Jeff Poo has argued that Apple may hold the Pro 3 until 2026, launching them alongside the iPhone 18 and Apple Watch Series 12. His reasoning is that Apple wants to spread out its audio refreshes and give the Pro 2 more time on the market. But others, including Bloomberg's Gurman and code analyst Steve Moser, disagree. Both believe 2025 is the year, and the 3-year product cycle backs that up. The original AirPods Pro launched in 2019, the Pro 2 arrived in 2022, and by that pattern, 2025 is the natural window. Delaying to 2026 could frustrate Apple's loyal user base, especially since the Pro 2, while still excellent, are starting to feel dated compared to rivals. Competitors like Sony's WF-1000XM5 already offer class-leading ANC and sound tuning that can rival or surpass Apple in certain areas. Meanwhile, Samsung's Galaxy Buds 3 Pro are rumored to include advanced AI integration, making 2025 a risky year for Apple to sit out. For me, all signs point to a September 2025 reveal, right in time for the holiday shopping season. Market context. Why AirPods Pro 3? Our mission critical. To understand why Apple is pushing so hard with AirPods Pro 3, we need to look at the market data. According to Counterpoint Research Global CE, shipments of wireless earbuds are expected to grow by only 3% in 2025, a huge slowdown from the double-digit growth seen in previous years. In other words, the market is maturing, and the easy growth years are over. But here's the twist. While budget earbuds are flooding the under $50 segment, Apple continues to dominate the premium tier. That's where the Pro models come in. AirPods Pro are consistently ranked as the best-selling premium earbuds, thanks to their seamless integration with iOS, industry-leading noise cancellation, and spatial audio features. The challenge? Maintaining that dominance. Rivals like Bose, Quiet Comfort Ultra earbuds are winning praise for superior sound quality, while Sony's WF series continues to be the gold standard for audiophiles. Meanwhile, Samsung is bundling its buds with Galaxy phones to lock in customers. Fresh data from SERP, Consumer Intelligence Research Partners, focusing on the US market shows that 44% of iPhone owners now use Bluetooth earbuds, and of those, 59% use AirPods. That translates to about 26% of all iPhone users in the US owning AirPods. It's a big number, but growth has slowed. Apple isn't gaining share the way it used to. It's simply holding steady. That's why AirPods Pro 3 aren't optional. They're essential. Apple needs them to defend its market share, reignite excitement, and push the boundaries of what earbuds can do. Clearing out inventory. The clues and discounts. If you want another sign that AirPods Pro 3 are coming, soon look no further than recent sales trends. During Amazon Prime Day, AirPods Pro 2 were slashed from $249 all the way down to $149, one of the steepest discounts ever. Best Buy and Walmart quickly matched the price. Apple itself didn't change the retail price on its website, which is typical before a product refresh. This tactic, clearing inventory through third-party retailers while keeping official pricing stable, has been used before when Apple prepares to launch a new generation of hardware. To put it simply, if you see Apple products getting unusually deep discounts, it usually means the next model is right around the corner.